What's up, y'all? I'm out here in the carport today. It's raining. It's supposed to rain all week, and I need to get a video recorded. So today I'm out here with a Bluepoint Juniper. It's about 3 feet tall. But the reason I got it, you can see in here. So main trunk comes up and out this side. That one right there. And what we're going to be doing is wiring it so that it can be ginned in the spring. We want to get those branches set, and then we're also going to be bringing these 3 other leaders off. I've actually got 5 leaders. This one's kind of small. That one's probably coming all the way off. I might gin one of these to this one and this one. I don't know. What I'm gonna do is wire all 5 of the all 5 of the trunks up, and get them to about where I would want them, depending on whether or not I'm going to be using. I'm probably gonna wind up using this one because this one comes off kind of towards the back, although we could use that one for a little bit of depth, but I'm thinking that one will probably get ginned with this. It'll probably be a much shorter gin, so we'll see. This will come off, but I'm gonna bring y'all in a little bit closer so that you can see the roots. I've got a circling root. All right, so down in here, I've got this circling root, or a couple of circling roots. So I've got one root right here, kind of circling up and over. And I have another root kind of circles back around this way. So yeah, this is going to have to be the front. It's got a decent root base. They are circling, but that can be fine. Especially if we put this into a smaller, like drum style pot, it'll kind of just. Hopefully, I didn't just kill off that whole that root. Excuse me. But yeah, so we've got that. That might get cut down now. You can see what the actual roots look like on the inside. Not too bad. It's got a good bit of roots down there. So that's going to take us a couple of years to get that root mass brought down. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as the front goes. About right there. Like that. So 1, 2. We can bring this one out and around to the front like that. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 with this ginned, and then this big one ginned. Yeah, those are my ideas. I'll move y'all back a little bit and come in here and clean up all this dead interior foliage, and then we'll get started on pruning. Alright, so that's all the dead or mostly dead stuff. And so now I guess what I'm going to do is actually just structurally wire. That way we can get stuff moved to where it needs to go. And then I will worry about cleaning up any unneeded branches, and then doing any primary wiring or primary branch wiring that I need to do, which that's all we're going to be doing today is primary branch wiring, and the structure obviously, and then just setting it where it's going to be. Just going to have to figure out where we want to place each of these main structure branches, and then figuring out how tall we want them. All right, so I'll go grab my wire. Oh, never mind. It's over here. I already did bring it. All right, so for these three, or well, four, I'll be able to use a 4mm wire. And then on this main one, I'm probably going to come in here with a 5. Because it is pretty thick, especially down here at the base. So we'll go ahead and wire that one first. Alright, so top of that wire is coming all the way up here. We're going to see if this is going to be enough to bend it. And no. So instead of putting this one down into the ground here as well, I'm going to actually go ahead and wire this one to this main trunk. I'm going to take a lot of wire. All right, so this is going to be our front. All right, so this is going to be this one right here, going right here. This is going to be our big top gen. Now I kind of know what I'm going to do. This side over here, we're just going to make like it was the original tree. We'll bend all of this down so that we can use the first couple of inches over here of all of these more major branches, and we'll gen all of those. Gen this whole thing. Then this one's going to come up, and this is going to become the new leader right here. I'm not going to cut this top off yet, just in case something happens with this. But we'll wire this one up, and this will be the leader of this branch. This whole back portion, the larger, is going to go away. I'm not going to gen it. I'll cut it off right here. That way we'll have a little bit of taper right here coming up into this second leader. So here, a little bit taller, and then this one's going to be the tallest. And we'll wire all of this down. So yeah, that's about where I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to do any major pruning today. All I'm doing right now really is just going to be wiring it and making sure that all of my branches are kind of where I want them to be. I'll bring these thicker branches out and down, and then a little bit back up. And same thing over here. We're going to wire down. This one, all we're really worried about is the first couple of inches, because that's all that will survive off of that when we gen it, either next spring or this maybe later in the summer. We'll see how it rebounds next spring. This one will probably be in development for several. I mean, it's obviously going to be in development for several years. It's a young tree, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and develop this. We'll let some of these develop over the next 2 years, and then not this coming spring, so spring of 26 instead of spring of 25, we'll come in and gen this piece and do all of the major pruning that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to go in here, wire all of this, and then we'll get it set where we want it, and that should be it for the day. So that'll be awesome. So we've got it all wired up. Every branch is wired for the most part. There might be one or two that I missed. I don't think so though. Oh, speaking of, there's one that I missed. This branch is not wired. I'm going to be moving that over that way. This one's going to be gen probably up to here. So that'll be, these two right here will be gen. I did wire this big branch, which is basically the main trunk. Now, the new main trunk will probably be one of these, probably this one out here. But what I'm going to be doing is this one, we're going to go ahead and bend out that way and just get it out of the way, because eventually this one will get ginned and it'll be, this whole side over here is all going to get ginned eventually. But we're going to bend all this stuff down. So I guess what I'll do is I'll start over here, bend this one to where I want it, get all the branches in place, and then work my way over that way. So all right, so there we have it. So I've got this one, this far one over here will be ginned. Yeah. If I could bring this one out a little bit further, I could maybe keep it and do a little 5 trunk. But I don't think I can do that and it still look right. We'll be all right. So our tallest one here is actually our thinnest trunk, and our thickest trunk is actually this shorter one over here. What I will probably wind up doing is bringing this down probably 6 inches. I have maybe this one out here as our leader in the future. On that tree, this one maybe right here, and then the smaller one, maybe this one. Although, I don't know, I kind of like that. But yeah, so this far one over here won't be there. It'll, let me see. How do you do it? The little triple trunk will actually look about like that. But for right now, that's what we have. I really like the way it looks. I mean, it turned out pretty good. And what I will eventually do, as it matures a little bit and the bark puts on a good age to it,
we'll probably come in here and we might continue, because since this will all be dead over here, we'll probably take the dead wood basically from there straight down. I want to make sure that I don't kill this one off too, so I'll probably just start over here and then gradually work it this way, probably to about right here. There was that's where that little small twig got pulled off, the little branch that forked. But we'll gradually bring it over here and bring that over there, and then we might be able to do something up on the inside of this one, because the only branch that looks like it's getting anything from there would be this one right here. So we should be okay to kind of do a little bit of dead wood work on the inside of this one. That's how that one naturally grew. I didn't actually cut anything off of the inside, except for I took one off right there, but it was a little spindly thing. But yeah, that's it. But because that one was on the outside of the tree, it kind of just it didn't have any natural branches branching right there. Yeah. Let's see if I can pick it up and bring it back so you can see the full tree. It's the front. That's the back. Which, but where the roots were circling, or that kind of nabari that we found, the front is looking on straight right there. So I really like the way this one turned out. It's kind of cool. So yeah, and we can go in and in the future adjust these branches wherever we need to. They're all I think it's all just 1 mil wire for the most part. There were a couple branches on this bigger one that I needed to use a 2 mil for, but other than that, it's all 1 mil wire. That one's got some 2 on it. But yeah, I really like the way this thing turned out. I was kind of worried about it for a little bit. When I was doing the wiring on it, I was like, man, this is a lot of branches to be wiring like this. I hope it turns out okay, and it kind of did. I really like it. So yeah, and from the side, I mean, it's fairly one-dimensional. Everything's kind of on the same plane. You can, even straight on, you can still kind of see a little bit of the next trunk in. And then from that side. Oh yeah, so thank you all for coming by this far, and if you liked what you saw, please subscribe, throw it a like down below. If you don't like what you saw, give me a comment down below, just so that I know how I can change either how I'm planting, how I'm wiring, how I'm doing any of the trees, or just how I can generally make the videos better. So until the next time I see y'all out at the bench in the backyard, just remember to grow them big, but keep them small.